Okay, there's food and then there's Magic Kingdom food. But Magic Kingdom food has had a lot of changes recently, so we're going to solve a bunch of problems today regarding what to eat at Disney World's OG park. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Your Magic Kingdom day is going to be super busy. You got rides to hit up, shows to see, stores to shop, so worrying about where you're going to get your next meal and snack is not something you're going to want to stew over the day of your visit. That's why we're figuring out today what the best Magic Kingdom food is now, so you have a good idea of which places you're going to want to add to your dining itinerary and which places you'll need to make advanced dining reservations for before you step foot into the most magical place on earth. Want to make sure you got the best Magic Kingdom day planned even beyond the snacks? We've got a handy cheat sheet of all the must-do rides and shows and foods for the park. Drop your email at disneyfoodblog.com/Magic Kingdom checklist and we're going to send it your way totally free. So let's start things off with the most important meal of the day. What happens when you miss breakfast at your hotel and need food ASAP? Okay, picture this. You've overslept and you're running late for rope drop. You jump in the shower, brush your teeth, throw on some park clothes, and then you're out the door with the rest of the group. But there's one problem. You are starving. So where are you going to go eat a super speedy morning meal before starting off your day? Before you hop on that monorail or speed walk, don't run over to the ferry. Stop. You're just a few steps away from the often overlooked Joffrey's location at the Transportation and Ticket Center. This kiosk isn't usually on guests' radars since people are just trying to get into the Magic Kingdom quickly to get in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Tron, so the Joffrey's lines aren't going to be too bad here. A quick stop here will get you hooked up with your morning cup of joe and one of their delicious giant donuts. Bria's partial to the cookies and cream ones. AJ loves the big pink ones. But if you miss this Joffrey's on your way into the park, you'll find another one inside Tomorrowland over at Joffrey's Revive, right outside Space Mountain. Unfortunately, Magic Kingdom doesn't have a whole lot of options in terms of quick, savory breakfast meals, but the Friar's Nook in Fantasyland does give you a few less sugary options to choose from, like the bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich and the sausage and gravy tots. You can even order an extra cup of sausage gravy here for just $1 more, if you're one of those gravy hounds who just can't get enough of that stuff. And if someone in your group still wants something sweet, powdered cinnamon sugar donut holes are also sold here for about $6 after tax. If you're on your way to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad first thing in the morning, you can grab a savory breakfast sandwich, again with bacon, eggs, and cheese, and sugary donut holes over at the Westward Ho kiosk too. But the real star of this kiosk is the Wendell's Bear Claw that's dipped in chocolate and sprinkled with hazelnuts. Seriously, I will marry that pastry. It would treat me right. Now, if you're in major need of some caffeine, but you know it's going to be a hot minute before you're anywhere close to the Joffrey's Revive, you can still order Joffrey's coffee from Westward Ho too. You can also get an extra flavor shot added to your brew for an extra 50 cents. Now, I must note that there is indeed a location on Main Street USA that sells Starbucks products over at the Main Street Bakery. However, this will by no means be a quick stop if you choose to come here in the morning. So many people get in line for this location right when they enter the park because it's the first thing they see and smell. And it's Starbucks at that. But since this location doesn't offer mobile order on the My Disney Experience app to help cut down that wait, you're going to kill a lot of time here just getting some coffee and breakfast. So I'd recommend hitting this one up later on if you really need your Starbucks fix. Okay, all my waffle fans out there, listen up. Sleepy Hollow Refreshments in Liberty Square is where you're going to go get your quick waffle fix in the Magic Kingdom. Not only can you get the traditional Mickey-shaped waffles here, either dusted with powdered sugar or topped with strawberries and whipped cream as well, but you can also get the fresh fruit waffle sandwich stuffed with strawberries, bananas, blueberries, and a Nutella-like spread. You know, the good stuff. The waffle sandwiches are pretty hefty and they're very easy to share. But if you'd rather share a different sort of sweet treat option that's not all that waffly, Gaston's Tavern in Fantasyland does have those ginormous cinnamon rolls you can order instead. Gaston's is also going to give you some, not a lot, but some indoor seating options, whereas Sleepy Hollow Refreshments relies on outdoor seating only. And since we're in Fantasyland, it might be worth checking out the Cheshire Cafe to pick up a Cheshire cattail pastry or the Magic Kingdom Club eclair filled with strawberry curd and topped with lime, key lime panna cotta, and a chocolate Magic Kingdom Club key. Now, ready for a curveball? This next breakfast location isn't necessarily a quick breakfast, but it could still potentially save you a whole lot of park time. The Crystal Palace character table service, right off of Main Street USA, actually starts their breakfast at 8 a.m., though the park doesn't officially usually open until 9 most days. So if you're able to book your advanced dining reservation right when the restaurant opens, then you're not only going to be able to enjoy a big breakfast buffet alongside your 100-acre wood pals before the park even opens, but you'll also be able to get some great pictures of an empty Magic Kingdom park on your way to your meal. And then when you're finished eating, you're not going to have to worry about the early morning rush trying to make their way into the park. You'll already be inside, ready to get in line for the most popular rides. Now, what happens when your group has both picky and adventurous eaters in Magic Kingdom? One of the best things I can say about the food at MK is how well the place caters to picky eaters. You got burgers, you got chicken tenders, you got hot dogs. But what if your group is also made up of people looking for something a little different from the everyday theme park foods? This is where, once again, I gotta recommend Crystal Palace, not just for their breakfast buffet, but for their lunch and dinner buffet too. When you're not shooting the breeze with Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and Eeyore, you can pile your plate high with some home cooking inspired dishes like the country fried chicken with black pepper gravy, mashed potatoes, and carved prime rib. Kids also have their own section with pizza, quesadillas, and mac and cheese, though if you're an adult, you're more than welcome to grab items off this side of the buffet too. And if you time your visit just right, you can try both the breakfast and lunch options here. All right, double prizes. Breakfast is offered at Crystal Palace until 10:45. After that, it switches over to lunch at 11. So if you book your reservation around 10:30, you can try both dining options and get the best of both worlds. And best of all, you get to try these lunch eats for cheaper since you're technically there for breakfast, which costs $45 per person as opposed to the $59 per person that you'll have to shell out for lunch. And that's what we like to call the ultimate dining hack. One table service meal in particular that I could go on and on about is Skipper Canteen over in Adventureland. This restaurant is across the way from Jungle Cruise, which, surprise, is what the restaurant is based on, so you know you're in for a joke-tastic meal. The eats here are more unusual and unique than what you're going to find at most Magic Kingdom restaurants because they're inspired by cuisine from around the world. You hear that, all my adventurous eaters out there? This place is made for you and your wanderlust spirit. Some of our personal favorites that have rather quirky names are the Hearty Hard Char Siu Pork that tastes like chicken because it is, and the Falls Family Falafel. Try to say that 3 times fast. There's also a secret menu you can ask your server about that changes up regularly. In the past, we've ordered off menu items like the pão de queijo Brazilian cheese bread, the pork satay skewers, and secret Skipper sips like the cerulean blue sangria, the passion fruit sangria, and the frosty pineapple made with Prosecco wine and pineapple and apple flavoring. Though many of the foods here do go out of their way to cater to a much more unique and flavorful tasting experience, kids aren't going to be left out high and dry here. The kids menu consists of a few safer options like mac and cheese, crispy chicken, and grilled steak. Not to mention, each kids meal also comes with a choice of 2 sides, which includes options like fruit, potatoes, monkey banana bites, or even volcano cake. What's a volcano cake, you ask? It's chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. What more could you want? Now, as far as quick service or fast food goes, Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe in Frontierland makes for a quick and easy stop where you can order fajita platters, nachos, tacos, and rice bowls. And if someone in your group isn't craving that Mexican fare, there are burgers you can also order here too, or there's an extra mac and cheese option for kids. But one of our favorite quick services in the park has to be Columbia Harbor House in Liberty Square because it consistently offers something for everyone. This restaurant serves American food that's mostly focused on New England flavors, so you're going to find options like seafood platters, lobster rolls, veggies, clam chowder, and black bread bowls, and those crispy, savory hush puppies we could eat all day long. This is also a great place to go if you're looking for something a little on the healthier side of things. You can order entrees like the grilled shrimp skewers, grilled salmon, and the New England shrimp boil packed with shrimp, potatoes, corn, and andouille sausage, all cooked in a spiced broth served with a warm roll. Now, what about when you care more about the experience than the food itself? Sometimes your dining experience may be less about the quality of the food and more about the atmosphere of the place you choose to dine. Magic Kingdom's got a few places like that. That doesn't mean the food at these restaurants is bad, but these places are definitely big on the style and less on the substance. So your food is going to be anywhere from bad to mediocre to good, but it's probably not going to be great. Take Cinderella's Royal Table, for instance. While the menu here might not be as unique as other restaurants out there, the views of Magic Kingdom and the fact fact that you're dining inside the Cinderella castle makes this place a must-visit spot at least once in your life. You can book a table here for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, though if you're just going here for the royal vibes, I'd suggest going around breakfast when your meal will be significantly cheaper. All the meals are prefixed, meaning you'll pay for multiple courses at a set price. For breakfast, you'll get an assortment of breakfast pastries and your option of entree, including selections like the baked quiche, the royal avocado toast, or the shrimp and grits. There's even some character-inspired entrees here as well. And for lunch and dinner, you'll receive an appetizer, entree, and dessert. Entrees range from options like the tenderloin of beef, the plant-based chickpea panisse, and the magic carpet ride spice-crusted pork tenderloin. For a while, Cinderella's royal table operated with a modified Cinderella character meet and greet before your meal, a change put in place after the restaurant opened post-2020 closures. But on February 28th, the full-on princess meet and greet experience returned, restoring this castle to its former character meal glory. Now you can mingle with characters like Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Snow White, and of course, Cinderella. But be careful, this restaurant is the hardest place to get a reservation on all of Disney World property. So mark your calendar for 60 days before your trip so you can jump on the Disney World website and make those advanced dining reservations as soon as they go live, starting around 5:30 or 5:45 a.m. Eastern. On a similar note, Magic Kingdom has another castle dining experience with hard-to-get reservations over at Be Our Guest restaurant. At this Fantasyland location, you can dine inside the Beast's castle, and you don't even have to be a prisoner there, held against your own will. Score. There are 3 different themed dining rooms, including the ballroom, the Rose Gallery, which isn't actually in the film, and the West Wing. During your meal, you may also spot the Beast himself roaming throughout the restaurant just to keep an eye on things and check on his rose. But the restaurant only serves lunch and dinner right now. Both feature a prefix menu with options like French onion soup, filet mignon, and the dessert trio, which consists of a lemon jam macaron, a dark chocolate truffle, and a chocolate tart with the gray stuff dolloped right on top. And it is delicious. If you don't know what the gray stuff is, it's actually a cookies and cream panna cotta mousse. Now, on a much cheaper note, the quick service Pinocchio Village House is also a place I'd say doesn't have the best food ever, but definitely takes place in a pretty setting, with sweeping murals, a large window that overlooks It's a Small World, and a wishing book where you can write your deepest, wildest hopes and dreams for the Blue Fairy, or maybe even a shallow fairy tale dream, like a wish to get on Haunted Mansion in under 30 minutes. Keep it real, you know? By the way, Pinocchio Village House also has a secret balcony that you can eat on. A lot of people don't know about that. Just look for the stairs. Pinocchio Village House is all about the flatbreads, and though their standard flatbreads, aka pizzas, will definitely feed you, they're not like super impressive by any means. However, the seasonal flatbreads that Pinocchio Village House has been coming up with lately, like their current chorizo flatbread, are very, very fire. Is that what the kids are saying these days, or did I just make myself sound really lame? If you notice a flatbread that derives from the usually pepperoni and cheese options, take a chance on that instead if you want an option that's a little less adventurous. All right, so what happens when you forget to make a dining reservation? You set the alarms, mark it on your calendar, ask your partner to remind you countless times leading up to this important date, but it still happens. You could still wind up forgetting all about those advanced dining reservations that you were so looking forward to making. Happens to me all the time. But here's the good news. Some of Magic Kingdom's best restaurants are also some of its most underrated, meaning you could still book an amazing meal in this park at potentially the very last second. Remember how I was going on and on about Skipper Canteen earlier? I know that place sounds like it should be booked up solid for months in advance, what with all the puns and tasty, unique options, but more often than not, we can find plenty of last-minute availability here. Eureka! But one of my longtime favorite table service locations inside Magic Kingdom has got to be the oh-so-unassuming Liberty Tree Tavern in Liberty Square. I know, wild choice there, but what can I say? I am a sucker for comfort food, and Liberty Tree Tavern caters to that passion of mine by serving family-style platters directly to my table, piled high with Thanksgiving staples like roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, herb stuffing, pot roast, mac and cheese, all year round. And that ooey gooey toffee cake you get at the end of the meal, topped with chocolate sauce and vanilla ice cream and caramel and toffee. Mic drop. If I could have that for my birthday every year, I would be very, very happy. And actually, we do have the recipe for ooey gooey toffee cake on DFB if you want to go ahead and make it for your birthday. Though it's really not too terribly difficult to make a reservation for this cozy tavern restaurant, that doesn't mean it never books up solid. So if you find yourself trying to make a last-minute resi for this place and you're coming up dry, give the Diamond Horseshoe a try. The Diamond Horseshoe in Frontierland used to be a place to grab a subpar barbecue feast, but ever since it reopened after the park closures, it's been serving the exact same menu as Liberty Tree Tavern. So it all just kind of depends on A, where you can find a reservation, and B, what kind of vibes you're wanting, colonial versus Western saloon. Now, if you're at Magic Kingdom and you want to try making a last-minute reservation for one of these spots or any other table service location that still has availability, check on the dining tip board on your My Disney Experience app. You can scroll down to the restaurant you're interested in to see if any reservations are still available. And if not, you might still be able to join the restaurant's walk-up waitlist. But if you want to try that tactic, check the waitlist sooner in the day rather than later on. Even underrated restaurants have the tendency to fill up on the day of your visit, so stay vigilant and book when you can. All in all, I still recommend making advanced dining reservations instead of gambling on last-minute reservations and walk-up wait lists. But hey, if you get to the park and you need a place to grab a meal and sit in the AC for a little bit, these last-minute seats could provide just the solace you need. Now, how about when you absolutely need something sweet? All right, you've got a sugar tooth, you're in the Magic Kingdom. What are you supposed to do now? Easy. You get a dessert fix practically everywhere in this park. But let's talk about some of the sweet treats that we don't get to talk about quite as often that deserve some love, and they are some of the best in the park. Tortuga Tavern over in Adventureland may not be the most reliable quick service ever, but when it is open, you can find the peanut butter chocolate hazelnut spread and banana sandwich. This sandwich also comes with house-made chips to help break up the soft, sweet flavors with a different, much-needed texture. At Main Street Confectionery, you can grab the peanut butter cookie pie, which is a soft, rich peanut butter cookie topped with chocolate frosting and peanut butter M&Ms. Please excuse me while I drool. And the Main Street Confectionery is also well known for its customizable popcorn creations in their Kernel Kitchen, where you can buy a flavored popcorn, pick a desserty drizzle, and choose a topping or two for a completely unique sweet treat experience. If you're looking for a new place to grab ice cream, how about Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies in Tomorrowland? This serves up several types of sundaes, shakes, and floats, but depending on the season, it also serves limited time treats too. This past Christmas, Anti-Gravity's had the Lock, Shock, and Barrel sundae made with green vanilla cake, vanilla ice cream, strawberry topping, whipped cream, and Christmas sprinkles with a Lock, Shock, and Barrel chocolate piece, all nestled within a bathtub bowl. But the bathtub sundaes don't stop there. For the 50th anniversary, we were blessed with another sweet treat masterpiece inside the bathtub-shaped bowl, called the Uncle Orville Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow Sundae, based on the poor family member in Carousel of Progress that just has no privacy at all in this place. The sundae won't be around much longer, but if you happen to swing by and grab this one before the end of the 50th anniversary, you can enjoy its chocolate and vanilla soft serve, brownie pieces, hot fudge, and whipped cream, topped with red, white, and blue sprinkles, all served up in that glorious bathtub container. And speaking of rotating desserts, Storybook Treats in Fantasyland is another great spot to find unique ice cream and Dole Whips on the go. Currently, this place is all about the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs themed treats. You can get the Lemon Dole Whip Snow White cone, one of the many Seven Dwarfs specialty cones with seasonal flavors, and you can get the Hi-Ho Sundae made with chocolate soft serve topped with chocolate rocks, graham cracker pieces, whipped cream, and hot fudge. Now, there is a good chance some or all of these options could disappear once Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration wraps up on March 31st, but I guarantee you another specialty sweet treat will be sure to follow, and we will be sure to report on it. Storybook Treats is another location that loves to celebrate holidays and events with new dessert offerings. In the past, we've seen options here like the 5 dozen egg slushie for Halloween, based off Gaston's claim to fame, I guess, and the Just Take 3 beignets during the old Villains After Hours event. Can we bring those back, please? And the Minnie's Merry Cherry Sundae for the Christmas season. All right, so what happens when you're starving, but also on a budget? You don't need me to tell you this. Disney food adds up. It adds up fast. So how do you maximize your munching while still keeping up with your budget? You track down those heavy-duty, super filling snacks, my friends. A fan favorite snack location on Main Street USA is the famous Casey's Corner, where you're going to find hot dogs, and more hot dogs. But if you want something more bite-sized, the corn dog nuggets are a great on-the-go snack and easy to share with others. This meal comes with French fries or Mandarin Cuties Orange, all for under $11. You can also add an extra cup of my favorite plastic cheese to dip everything in for just $1 more. Definitely worth it, even on a budget. Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland has heartier entree options for a lower price tag. But here's a quick tip for you. You're more than welcome to purchase something off the kids menu at these quick service locations, even as a grown-up. That way you can get a smaller portion of one of the main entrees for less money. Kids menu options at Cosmic Rays include the grilled chicken sandwich, a 2-count chicken strip meal, and macaroni and cheese for around $7 to $8 each, and it's honestly plenty of food. These meals also come with 2 sides and a small drink. Not too shabby, still pretty filling. Let's swing back to Westward Ho again for another one of their super unique snacky options, aka the candied bacon skewer, because everything's better on a stick. It is scientifically proven. This shanked slab of pork is coated in maple brown sugar and served with chips, all for around $10. A DFB favorite snack that we'll always talk your ear off about are the rotating spring rolls over at the Adventureland Spring Roll Cart, which is right at the entrance to this land nearest to Cinderella Castle. In the past, we've seen flavors here like Philly cheesesteak, pepperoni pizza, pastrami and pepper jack, buffalo chicken, and of course the legendary cheeseburger spring roll option that hangs around the menu the most often. You can order 2 spring rolls for around $10 after tax. And now for a controversial snack option. I know you've probably already taken a stance on whether you're pro-turkey leg or anti-turkey leg, but for all my turkey leg supporters out there, you can indeed find these giant snacks, if you want to call them that, inside the Magic Kingdom. Sleepy Hollow Tavern sells jumbo turkey legs after 7 p.m. for around $13, and turkey legs are sold at Liberty Square Market after 11 a.m. for around the same price. But you can also find these turkey legs sold all day long over at Prince Eric's Village Market across from Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid ride, when Prince Eric's is open. These turkey legs are sold with a side of chips, making them around $15 instead. If you want a different, less turkey leg inspired snack that still satisfies your carnivorous spirit, try the Lunching Pad in Tomorrowland. They sell the If You Had Wings Caribbean jerk chicken strips served with your choice of side for around $11. Okay, we're not done yet, and this video should be so much longer if I just kept talking about Magic Kingdom snacks alone, because there's literally hundreds of them to go on and on about. So if you're looking to study up on all the best Magic Kingdom snacks out there, make sure to check out our Magic Kingdom digital snack guide, which is also available on dfbstore.com. All right, so what if you're looking for gluten-free options? Not every snack or food option is going to be the best for every person. Some might be looking for gluten-free eats and need to track down a meal that's going to be a better, safer fit. Good thing Magic Kingdom's got plenty of options for you to choose from. Quick service locations like Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, and Pinocchio Village House have gluten-free options right there on the online My Disney Experience app menu. You can scroll down toward the bottom of the list and find sections specifically dedicated to different allergy-friendly alternatives. At Cosmic Rays, you've got choices like the Patty Melt made with an Impossible Burger and plant-based Swiss cheese so that plant-based eaters can enjoy it too. At Pinocchio Village House, you've got so many gluten allergy-friendly flatbreads to choose from, and Pecos Bill can whip you up practically any of their Mexican fare in a gluten-free way. Just make sure you let a cast member know about your specific dietary needs when you get there so that they can make sure your meal is made with your safety in mind. Disney notes that some gluten-free orders may take a little more time to prepare than others due to the care taken to prepare the orders, so just keep that in mind. Now, if you make a dining reservation for a table service restaurant, the gluten-free dining process can begin right as you make the reservation. Make a note that you are gluten-free when you create the reservation so that your servers will know about these allergy concerns in advance. All the table service restaurants in Magic Kingdom are able to accommodate gluten-free diets without any advance notice. However, if you forget to add it to your reservation, you should speak with the chef or restaurant manager when you arrive. A few of our favorite places to find some real good gluten-free eats at sit-down restaurants are over at the Plaza Restaurant and once again, Crystal Palace. The Plaza Restaurant at Main Street USA has gluten-free options like the Plaza Loaded Fries, which are big enough to serve 2, and they are absolutely iconic and incredible. They kind of remind us of those old school Figaro fries. If you remember those, let us know in the comments. The Main Street Burger with cheddar, bacon, lettuce, tomato, a sunny side up egg, and the Plaza's signature sauce can all be put on an allergy-friendly bun. And the plant-based chili, again, another great option for vegans and vegetarians alike. I know, this is like the 3rd time we've talked about the Crystal Palace, but there is something to be said about the buffet line. It really can accommodate all types of eaters. At buffet restaurants like Crystal Palace, the chef can walk you through the gluten-free options currently available. But if you don't particularly care for any of the gluten-free foods being served, you can ask the chef to make something that is not on the buffet line within reason, and they'll be happy to accommodate you. As far as snacks are concerned, you definitely won't have a shortage of gluten-free snacks here. In fact, some of Magic Kingdom's most popular treats are gluten-free, like the classic pineapple Dole Whip, which you can get at Aloha Isle and Sunshine Tree Terrace in Adventureland. Mickey bars are also gluten-free. You can find this vanilla ice cream covered in that tasty chocolate ear-shaped shell at various carts around the park. Speaking of ice cream, just about every ice cream treat is gluten-free in Magic Kingdom, as long as you don't order it in a waffle cone, that is. So after your meal at the Plaza restaurant, hit up its neighboring Plaza ice cream parlor and grab a bowl. You can pick from an assortment of flavors like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint chocolate chip. There's also a no sugar added raspberry sorbet here that you might like instead. Disney created a full line of packaged snacks made for guests with dietary restrictions called Snacks with Character that tend to pop up in the gift shops and select snack stands around the parks as well. Snacks with Character feature allergy-free options like, but not limited to, white cheddar corn puffs, barbecue popped potato chips, and chocolate chip banana fruit and oat ovals. We've seen these snacks appear over in the Liberty Square Market, but if you're not finding them, be sure to ask a cast member so they can help you track these packaged treats. Hopefully that gives you a nice little springboard of options to work with, but remember, we've got a ton more allergy-friendly recommendations also featured in our new 2023 DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining, which you can find over on dfbstore.com right now. Just make sure to type in the code YouTube to save some extra money before making your purchase. Now it's time to put all of our new Magic Kingdom dining knowledge into practice. I'm going to walk you through a day of dining around Magic Kingdom and what it could look like for your upcoming trip. This is your ultimate Magic Kingdom meal itinerary. Mind you, I'm not going to be able to fit in every single snack and meal we talked about today, but I'll choose a few of the best food options we discussed as inspiration, and you can adjust the itinerary however you want to after it's all said and done. Before we start our Magic Kingdom day, we're going to fuel up with the fruit and waffle sandwich over at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. This puts us super close to the Haunted Mansion, which might be a good ride to jump in line for once we take those last few bites of strawberry and banana. For lunch, I've booked us a meal over at Skipper Canteen for a later 2 p.m. reservation, and that's because reservations are usually easier to get during those non-peak dining times. That means we'll probably want a snack before our reservation time comes around, so let's grab some corn dog nuggets from Casey's Corner to split with the group. By the time 2 p.m. rolls around, the ride lines will more than likely be at their peak, and the heat of the day just might be getting to you. So a sit-down table service with AC and good food will be just the uplifter you need to get you motivated to be back out in the parks again. And because Skipper Canteen will be a heavier lunch, you may want to rely on snacking before the end of the night fireworks show instead of investing in another large meal. This could be a good time to head over to Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe to split an order of nachos with everyone. You may need to purchase a couple of nacho orders to make sure everyone gets their fill. And if you're still feeling munchy after Pecos Bill, or if you're just looking for a treat to enjoy while the fireworks go off, you can always wrap up your day with a good old classic pineapple Dole Whip from Aloha Isle. And there you go. We just successfully ate our way around Magic Kingdom for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with a couple of snacks thrown in the mix as well. Like I said, this list can totally be adjusted to your personal preferences. I'd probably go to Columbia or Harbor House, just saying. But it just goes to show you can have a great food-tastic day in Magic Kingdom, minus all that unnecessary planning stress. Now I'm turning you loose to go create your own Magic Kingdom dining itinerary. But remember, if you have any questions or you're looking for even more dining recommendations and advice for your upcoming Disney World vacation, you can always turn to the DFB team to help point you in the right direction. And don't forget, you can email us at disneyfoodblog.com/Magic Kingdom checklist right now to get a full checklist of everything you want to accomplish on your Magic Kingdom day. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.